Never say don't worry when you're consoling your loved ones. Most of us would listen and not say anything, and when they're done sharing, we'll say things like, oh, don't worry, or look on the bright side, or it could be worse. We might also give them our opinions, give them suggestions, or even solutions to the problem that they are going through. We say these things with the hope that it will help them to come out from being sad. But does it work? Many times, my client told me that they are lonely and feel unheard, but they don't want to turn to their loved ones and tell them their struggles because talking to them don't make them feel heard. So here I am, drawing from my professional degrees and years of counseling experience. I'm here to share with you the secrets on how to console your loved ones in 3 parts. Number 1, the mistakes that people make when consoling their loved ones. Number 2, what should you do instead? And number 3, is there a difference when it comes to consoling people with different genders? I'm Huey. I'm a licensed professional counselor at Heart to Heart with me. Let's dive in, shall we? The things to avoid. Number 1, avoid changing topics. When our loved ones bring our attention to their feelings or their current struggles, it is very likely that there's this automatic response within us that we want to try to make them feel better by changing the subject or bring them out shopping, get a drink, go for a run, etc. However, this is the time that our loved one needs to be heard, to be validated, and to know that they're not alone. So don't change the subject, but be there for them. I will tell you how to be there for them shortly. Number 2, don't say, don't worry about it, or you'll get over it, or it's not a big deal. Don't minimize their feelings, because saying things like don't worry or you get over it only invalidates their feelings. And when they feel that their feelings are invalidated, they won't tell you what's bothering them anymore. Number 3, don't tell them how other people have it much worse. Even when their stories remind you of how you had it much worse, don't go there, because doing that will only make them feel that their stories and feelings are not important. Number 4, don't give silver lining statements such as look on the bright side, or it could be worse, or time will heal everything. Positive statements can be helpful, but saying them at this point can be counterproductive because, again, it invalidates their feelings and their experiences when they need your support and empathy the most. Next one, don't give unsolicited advice. The keyword here is unsolicited. Unless they ask for your advice, don't give them advice, because what they need now is to be heard. So what should you do to make them feel heard? Number 1, respect their boundaries. If they tell you that they need some time or space, honor their request, but let them know that you are here for them when they are ready to talk. Number 2, practice active listening skills. That means that you give them your full attention and you let them express themselves without interruptions or judgment. Number 3, you can offer physical touch by tapping on the shoulder or hand on hand or a comforting hug. But remember our first point, respect their boundaries. That means you can ask, can I give you a hug? Can I put my hand on your hand? Because physical touch can give people a sense of reassurance and support, especially in times like this. You can also say that it's normal to feel this way. Next, you can encourage them to seek professional help. If their struggles or distress persist despite your support and encouragement, maybe it's time to encourage them to seek professional help. You can offer help by finding resources or even go to appointments with them if they want you to. When you provide support and be there for your loved ones in those difficult times, you are letting them know that they are loved, that they are being comforted and understood. Your presence can make a significant difference in their healing journey. When it comes to comforting people with different genders, there can be difference in approach due to societal expectations, communication styles, and individual preferences. However, it is important to recognize that these differences are not universal and it may vary from person to person. And here are some factors for your consideration. Number 1. Socialization and gender norm. Example, men may feel pressure to be self-sufficient and strong. For example, I came across many male clients who would say that they feel embarrassed that they need support like this. But in actual fact, we are all human. We all need support and help every now and then. Number 2, expression of emotion. We have this stereotype of women being more expressive of their emotions and they are more comfortable in finding comfort from others, while men are more reserved and hesitant to appear vulnerable in front of others. This may or may not be true because from my years of private practice experience, I learned that when you give them a safe and non-judgmental place, both men and women can feel safe enough to actually express their feelings without fear of stigma or any criticism. Number 3, physical touch. Although it's said that women are more comfortable with physical touch, such as hand-holding or hugs, but again, this can vary depending on individual preferences and cultural factors. So, it is very important to respect personal boundaries and cultural differences, regardless of gender. And lastly, problem solving versus empathy. Men may be more inclined to seek solution to a problem and women may seek for emotional support more. But again, all genders can benefit from a combination of emotional support and problem solving, depending on situation. Ultimately, when comforting an individual, it's important to consider their uniqueness and preferences. When you practice all the above, including the do's and don'ts, you'll be able to provide meaningful support regardless of genders and age. If you find this information helpful, give us a like and subscribe. And comment down below and let us know what is it that you find comforting when your loved one consoles you. We want to know.